Hello, fellow Econauts, and welcome back to our show. I'm here with my brother Ben, the Rocket Man, and we are talking about rockets today. Hey, Ben, how are you?
Hey, fellow Econauts. Hey, Simon. Yeah, today we talk about rockets and in particular the SLS.
Yeah, maybe you can let us know what SLS stands for.
Of course. So SLS is for Space Launch System, and that is the super heavy launch rocket for the Artemis mission.
And what is special about the SLS rocket?
So the SLS rocket is special for many reasons. First of all, it has been developed since 2011, and most of the parts come from the old Space Shuttle program. So a lot of parts have been reused in order to save money. The other very special part of SLS is that it's a modular design. That means you can use the same base model, let's say, with different configurations for different missions. So Artemis, and it's obviously the one rocket used for the Artemis mission.
So it's like a Lego system, basically.
You could say that. Yeah, we have a diagram
All
for
right.
that. Maybe we can
Yeah,
look
let's
into the
let's take a
diagram
look
for
at the
now.
diagram. Yeah.
In this diagram, we see the SLS evolvability, and there's a couple of different configurations shown here. The first one to the far left, that's the standard configuration SLS Block 1. We can go into more detail a bit later. Just want to make the comparison first. But the first one is pretty much equipped with Orion and the ICP and also the launch abort system. The second configuration is more for payload. So you can see at the tip, when you look at the tip, there's a 5-meter class fairing attached to it. The SLS Block 1B is with payload and crew. So you can, if you go from top to bottom, at the top is the launch abort system, then there's the spacecraft, then there's a sort of connector ring, then there's the payload, and then there's the actual SLS rocket beneath. And then if you go further to the right, there's a bigger payload, and then you guess it again, a bigger rocket with crew, and the last one is with the biggest payload the rocket can actually deliver. Yeah, so I think that's pretty amazing that NASA came up with this plan to use the SLS in this fashion. It's quite versatile for different missions, and as I said, it's obviously the go-to vehicle for the Artemis mission. And one configuration has already been flown around the moon
Yeah.
last year.
And the configuration is something that we can put on screen right now to
Yes.
show a little bit more about the versatility of the rocket.
Yeah, so what we're looking at in this diagram now is the SLS Block 1, which can lift 70 metric tons. And yeah, we look here at the expanded view. So, and maybe from the top right, first of all, that's the assembled SLS Block 1, as I explained before. And we can now go into detail. So the tip, that is, if we go now to the expanded view, we have the launch abort system. We've briefly talked about this in the Artemis missions. Then in the launch abort system is also the crew module. That's the
Maybe we
little
can
capsule
just,
there.
sorry if I interrupt, but maybe we can just quickly say what the launch abort system is about. Because I
Yeah,
think
so it's a
it's very
safety.
fascinating what this can actually do.
Yeah, so it's in the case of an emergency in the launch, you can abort and you can secure the crew, so they can sort of attempt to secure their life and land back on land while the rest of the rocket might, get damaged. Consider this a little bit like a jump seat. So in the launch abort system, we have the crew module. That's the little capsule where the actual crew members are sitting in. The crew module is attached to the service module, and together with the fairing around that is sort of the Orion crew vehicle. That's the spacecraft we are looking at. The spacecraft is attached with the spacecraft adapter to the ICP, the interim cryogenic propulsion stage. That's the part when you remember when we talked about the Artemis mission. Once Artemis was in orbit, that ICP gave that push towards the moon. And Artemis 1 also delivered a couple of CubeSats, just to repeat that from the previous show. Then we have a launch vehicle stage adapter. That's now the first orange part. That's the part connecting the spacecraft with the launch vehicle, with the core stage in particular. The core stage is the main booster, and then that is sort of fired secondly. And firstly, the solid rocket booster, the number 2, which are sort of here already separated, the 2 rockets on the side. They lift the rocket initially, and then the main rocket starts. So, and as you can see also at the bottom is the RS-25. These are the old space shuttle boosters for the space shuttle missions.
Oh, okay. I thought that the solid rocket boosters are actually the modules from. Oh, okay. I understand.
No,
So it's just the little part at the end. The RS-25 is the part that it's from.
Yeah, also, yeah, a couple more parts as well. If you could remember back how the space shuttle was launched, it was usually attached to such a core stage.
Yes.
And the core stage was attached to 2 rockets on the side as well. And the whole space shuttle was then lifted up, and then got a second boost from the core stage.
Yeah, was
and
basically
then was
piggybacking on the rocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I very much like that you can see in this diagram first all the different modules, and then on the side you can see the entire rocket as well, how it looks if it is as soon as it's assembled. Very interesting.
I think one thing which is really important to mention as well is the size of the rocket. So
Yes.
the SLS is 320 feet, a bit larger than 320 feet. So if you just look back at this expanded view, in this little drone module, there's just enough space for 4 people. So, if you consider a person standing beside that, would not be larger than, even way smaller than one of these boosters at the bottom, the RS-25. So a person would still be smaller than one of those boosters. So that's it. It's a beast of a rocket. Okay, there's only one rocket, or the Arianes I think is also a bit bigger, but also this Starship is a bit bigger. But otherwise, that rocket is very, very large.
Fantastic. We have planned to have like a comparison about those rockets as well in a different show, but maybe just to have like a comparison to the rocket that is standing behind you. So how different is the size in compare?
Yeah. So what you are referring to is the no, I forgot. It's the Saturn V. Sorry. So the Saturn V would be as big as the final configuration. So the SLS Block 1 is a bit shy of the size.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good comparison because the capsule in Saturn V was about the same size as the Orion capsule.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I guess maybe I don't know if you can see that in the video, but there are little Lego figures standing beside the rocket.
I think it's
And
a little bit too.
They're very small, and
Yeah.
they're to size. They're actually to size.
That's incredible. All right. I think we keep it short and sweet today, so that we are not overwhelming with too many information. And I like to come back to the comparison in a later episode. I hope you learned a little bit about the SLS rocket and how incredible it is to that we are able to do that, and what kind of configuration are possible. If you like the show, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already,
and hit the notification bell.
Okay, and hit the notification bell. Yeah, and also leave a comment if you don't mind. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.